Vinyl community, it's CV back with another beverage of Australian beer. Continuing the top 10 series, I hope you enjoyed the CD one there. You might have seen the last one. Now we're getting to some real stuff. We're into the top 10 vinyl records in my collection. These are LPs, counting back from 10 to 1, if each of those albums were sold to their maximum value according to Discogs. So let's get into it. I think the value of these 10 all up would be max value around $2,200, something like that. So okay, so here we go, number 10. Now this is one, I think there might be about 2 in this pile, top 10, that came from the one buyer. The one seller. He was on the Gold Coast. It was a local classified ad. He had one crate, I don't know, maybe about 40 records in there of his parents he didn't want. He didn't understand the value of them, or didn't care. There was a lot of all originals, Beach Boys, Elvis, things like that, and quite about 5 or 6 of these are originals. So these really bumped up my collection. So Rolling Stones, 12 by 5, absolute beauty. This is an Australian original press. Now the Stones, if you look up, I haven't memorized all their albums in a row in compilation, because a lot of their early stuff are compilation of singles, as a lot of bands were back in those days. Then different countries have different variants and that type of thing. So I really need to study up on this one. Just to show you, it is on the Decca label, beautiful red Decca label, if you can see that. Just beautiful. And condition overall is pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with it. I'd say that would be close to a VG plus. So to get something like that, which I think is around 1964-ish, in that condition and original, I was stoked to get that. And I probably paid about 75 cents it worked out to be, so that's good. Number 9, Woodstock. This is the triple LP. You can see anything there. Oh, what about this? Let me try and get this in. This is amazing. I don't know where to start with this. How cool is that? And it's not torn apart like one of my versions of All Things Must Pass by George Harrison, which is similar. But yeah, you've got to be able to fold it back the right way too. Here we go. So one thing that this is amazing. I got this for, I think I paid $20 for it. Again, through a classified ad. I picked this up with a couple of original Led Zeps and a Beatles one. Those aren't in these top 10, but this one was. And very, very special album for me. No, I was not at Woodstock. I'm not that old yet. But I was really into this album. The thing about Woodstock, between the ages of about, particularly ages of about 20 to about 24, just play that stuff non-stop. And the other day I heard, what's her name? I heard Melanie talk about, she was on a podcast here in Australia, Melanie the singer, and she was at Woodstock, telling her story of it, which is interesting. She flew in by helicopter. She didn't take any drugs or anything like that. She was nervous as hell, absolutely nervous. Yeah, it was just interesting hearing her talk about those times. Just brilliant times. I would give anything to have been there. Number 8. Let's just check the value of this one as we climb up the ladder. Okay, this one's max value is $161. A female singer. There's a clue back here. That's a clue. No, it's not that album. It's this one. Madonna's True Blue. It's got Papa Don't Preach, Open Your Heart, Live to Tell. Amazing, amazing ballad, Live to Tell. Absolutely amazing. Now, why is this one a bit more valuable than others? Well, 2 reasons. It's on a blue vinyl pressing and includes poster, original, it's all original. So let's take a look at these. There we go. There she is. I wasn't sure about her short hair then, but yeah, attractive woman still. I actually got this for about I think I paid $100. I got a crappy turntable I threw in the bin straight away, and about 3 crates of records. Some reasonably good stuff in there, like 70s, late 60s stuff. Yeah, Eagles, that type of stuff. But this was in the pile, this one, and I don't know if you can see the blue. I can get the reflection better. Depends on the light. Like that looks dark blue there, but it's quite light when I look in the straight up in the window, natural light. Like it's only been played once, that type of thing. So it looks really good. So cheers to that. Next we go to number 7. You could say I've acquired or not, or I'm not sure, but I got this. I didn't get it. It's actually my wife's. May have been her parents. I'm not sure, but it's Elvis. It's the one of. I think they made about 4 of these. I would like to get them all. I have seen a few around, but just trying to, I'd rather not. If I get it for $20 or less, I would. But this is the first one in the series. It's 12 LPs in the box. It's Elvis the Legend, 54 to 61. There you go. And obviously the box is a bit ratty, that's fine. Anyway, so yeah, it's my wife Vicky's. She's had it. I played, it's got the booklet, which is pretty cool. It actually talks about each record there. And it talks about all the musicians and some recording notes, some other summary there, chronological summary. And kind of looks like that. Oh, there you go. There's a little bit of sort of, not mould, some kind of yellowing discoloration, age discoloration on there, which is unfortunate, but nonetheless, I treasure it, and I told my wife I'll look after it really well. Number 6. I need to check this because let's just check the value of where we're up to. We're up to about $167 here. This is, I've got it down as Beatles for sale, and I've actually got 2 copies of this. I've got an Australian press and this one, and I just got to go in and double check on Discogs. I'm just looking at Discogs now here and make sure this is showing the UK mono gatefold. Let's just have a look at that. If you can see there, definitely original sleeves, which I've kept that original plain sleeve. And there's the back. Definitely says mono. So this is a December 64 mono gatefold UK press. How about that? There is some tape along the spine, unfortunately, but and the Australian one I've got is an original one. It's a different cover. I might show that another time, but yeah, it's just awesome to have that one there. Let me check my notes. I'm trying to remember where I got that from. I paid $25 for it, but no notes of where I got it from, so I can't remember. Okay, where are we up to? Top 5. This one here I bought locally near where I live. Again, through the classifieds. I think I paid about $15 for this. I was almost hesitant to not. I was almost thinking of not buying it because there was a scratch, a little bit deeper to my liking. But given what it is, I'd be foolish not to get it, even if there was a scratch through there and it jumped. I still would have regretted it if I didn't buy it. So I got it. This guy had about 40 other records. I had a look at them. They were all fairly scratched and played, and ghosting, and some really good stuff there, but I just did not buy any of it except this one. So this one, yeah, $168 now, and here it is, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion. No, I don't have the second one, unfortunately, on vinyl. I've passed it up a few times. I've got it on CD, original CD press, but this actually sounds excellent. Sounds absolutely excellent on vinyl. And I was surprised, even with that scratch, everything played really well. Of course, on Geffen Records. So yeah, I definitely cleaned it up, of course, and the scratch played through fine. It could be also a good sign of a good pressing. Maybe sometimes, those earlier pressing, 60s stuff, some of those pressings were, they're scuffed, but they still play through really well. There you go, it's a bit clearer. It's a 1991 US press, so there you go. Guns N' Roses. I've almost got all their stuff now. Some stuff on CD. Chinese Democracy I got recently on CD. Number four. Here we go. The first of two. The second of three albums in the top 10 from this band is the Beatles' Abbey Road. This jumps up to $178. Now, this is a 69 Oz press. So yeah, this is a 69 Oz press original. The condition is immaculate, absolutely immaculate. Don't know if you can tell there or not. You can a bit there, so that's beautiful. Just perfect, everything. Abbey Road. I did a... If you check one of my earlier videos, if you scroll down my page, you'll find I did an album review on this once where I ranked all the tracks from order. So that was a lot of fun. That's the last time I touched that one. Okay, number three. Here we go. This is the last of this band. Yes, it is the Beatles again. Number three. Sorry, this is my wife picked it up down near the Gold Coast. I think it was. She rang me up and said, "Oh, honey, I don't know about this." I said, "Why is that?" She goes, "Oh, it looks a little bit beat up." But the way she described it, I knew it was an original press. So she thought she was ripped off. We were ripped off for paying $10 for it. I think it was 10. Let's see. Got this in late 2016. But because of what it was, we had to get it. So, well, I had to get it. So this top price is $250 now. It's the Beatles' Please Please Me. It's a mono. It's considered a repress, I believe. So a lot of this stuff you got to sort of dig right in and have a closer look at the pressings of what you've got. So I've got this down as a January '64. It's noted as a mono repress, Australian. Let's have a look at it. Unfortunately, yes, there's tape. They've taped it. Someone's written their name there, and they've written "Happy Birthday to Ian. Wishing you the best wishes for your 17th birthday. Love, Maria, Ross, Marianne, and Sharon." So, a 17th birthday. What a present that would have been back then. So there you go. I don't know how many. You got to look up the story, history, about how many they've released. Each press. Is an initial press 5,000 or 10, 20,000 or whatever. I don't know. Number two. There it is. Let's just go trade it. There you go. The Easybeats debut album on the same label. What a band. I've spoken about this album in earlier videos. Let's just check the score on this one. Here it comes. So $279. Top price now. This is a mono Australian 1965 September release, and I got this on a classifieds for $20 I paid for. Unfortunately, more writing. It was a common thing, wasn't it, back then? People take their records to parties, so they write things on there. What have we got on here? Someone's name. Two names. There's an address here in Cottesloe. Hug, hug, kiss, kiss. Cottesloe in Sydney. And they've even ticked the song "She's So Fine." So I wonder if this was a guy giving it to a girl and sort of hinting something there. I'm not sure what that was about. Of course, you can see there Harry Vander, George Young, Albert Productions, of course, AC/DC, Albert's. If you saw my last top 10 CDs, all Albert's Productions. And let's not hold up any longer. Number one. And let's check the value here. This one jumped up. It's been jumping up in the last 12 months. I've noticed the top value quite significantly. With my collection anyway. $634 Australian for this one. It's a US press. It'll be an original December 1969. There you go. It's the Stones again. This one, I'm pretty sure I paid reasonable. I think I paid about $30 for this. I don't know. I don't have it noted down. I can look that back up later, but what a buy. And I absolutely love this. I've played it through once. My wife loves it as well. It's Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. Absolutely incredible album. Blue London Stereophonic label. Now, of course, if you want to not dispute me, but educate me about what you see here, about what press, maybe it's not quite what I think it is. Please tell me. I'm more than happy to learn more. I will not get upset, I promise. Original inner sleeve. How cool is that? That's in great condition as well. Some of the tracks, Let It Bleed, Love in Vain, just beautiful. Midnight Rambler, Give Me Shelter. You can't always get what you want. We know all that. Just everything. It's just brilliant. Just brilliant. I'm just lost for words talking about it. It's just special to know this is your, #1 ranked album on Discogs in some category, and you've got it here. There's a history of you buying it, listening to it, what it means to you, that it feels special to hold, to have. I've actually got it up on my wall up over here in a frame, so I'll put that back up because it's one of the special ones. So there you go. Rolling Stones, that's my top 10 LPs in order of 10 to 1 value. I'd love to see yours. What's your #1? Maybe you can comment to me your #1 or even do a response video. Anyway, I'd love to know what's special in your collection there. So anyway, cheers out. Thanks for staying for this one. Coming up is my top 10 45s. Enjoy it. Enjoy your day. Cheers.